one. Welcome back, wizard, warrior, wanderer, wayfarer, and wild Cadillac, wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. Old Frank Monday coming at you straight out the central kingdom of the celestial dragon, Twilight Zone, old Peking. My internet dropped on that last transmission, guys. We were talking about some pretty interesting topics. One of the listeners out there in Happy Land, Free Gift from God, asked about if I do magic for work, and I was answering that question. So, welcome back, guys. Make sure if it's your first time, don't let it be your last time. Tick the bell, hit the thumbs up, all that happy horse shit that makes YouTube algorithms bark like Pavlov's dog. Come back often and check me out. Like I said, I like to talk about the paranormal, the occult, all things, anything and everything interesting and stimulating in regards to that mysticism, hermetic science, that kind of thing. Uh, Getting back to work at school on September 1st. So I'm driving in today. The live drive jive archive is something I used to really like to do each day when I would drive to work. It takes about an hour to get there from my apartment in the city. Work out in the suburbs, but now I have an apartment in the suburbs, so I tend to just I haven't been doing the live drive jives anyway. But so I'm just going to set it there. I don't have my camera mount in this car anymore because I haven't been using this car to drive to work, and so I think that camera mount broke because of like just sun damage to the plastic or whatever. And so I was going to get another one, but I don't do live drive jives anymore, so I didn't invest in it. I didn't think it was worth it. Um, Hey, Sanity Machines here. Good to see you, man. How the hell are you? Hope you're doing well. I was starting to talk a little bit about magic in concerns with work, and I was discussing my career in the last video in the education industry. Good. Glad to hear it. Like and subscribe, all that happy horse shit. Um, in the education industry here. So I had been at the same place for about a decade, and things were changing in the educational environment. Oh, are you? I'll go check you out as soon as I finish up with this one, man. Good fun. Uh, and he asked me if I had ever done magic for work. And yeah, I have a bunch of different times, but I was going to use that latest example, which was about 6 or 7 years ago, to discuss the idea. So I knew changes were coming. I was hearing things in the industry. And so I started thinking about it going into dreamland. And I had some recurring dreams about my future path in the industry. And as a result, I saw some of the things I would be doing or could be doing in the future through premonitions, visions, whatever you want to call them, shamanistic scrying in the spirit vision. And so I started preparing myself along those lines, like preparing presentations and reworking my resume and all of those things that would come with a job shift. And when the industry changed and they started downsizing, they cut a lot of folks out of the industry I was in, just cutting. And they started canceling visas, and it got really hard for foreigners to maintain their jobs here. And I didn't have that problem. I never have, because I came in at the university level as a researcher, and I was hired out of my university into the industry. So I had a bit of a different angle than other people that have had these kinds of problems. But I knew changes were coming anyway. And so the team I was on, they asked me to head up opening the same type of thing in another city. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to leave Beijing. I actually could have, like, it would have opened up a lot for me. And in retrospect, I probably should have, but then I wouldn't be in a management position in Beijing, which I am now. I would be in one of those positions in a second tier city, which would actually give me a lot more influence and power, possibly, like bigger apartment for one, like might actually have a livable size house. But and so I didn't do that. And I reorganized myself to have a trajectory in a different part of the industry, but to maintain my position here. And so when that company gave me that offer, I took that offer and I used that as a stepping stone into other companies, saying, okay, you know, changes are occurring in the industry, and here's the kind of offers I'm looking at. Do you guys have any kind of counter offers? What have you got going on with your programs, and what would you like to see going into the future? And all of that was based on mind mapping and scrying in the spirit vision and doing ritual magic in order to achieve positive results. So, to answer his question in short, he asked, "Do you ever do magic for work, for attaining work?" And the short answer is yes. Now, to get a little more complex into it, what would that kind of magic entail? Number one, it would be starting out with your Aladdin's lamp magical wish list and setting forth your clear intentions about what goals you want to see in the transformation period, in the changing work climate, and then sticking to your guns and preparing yourself. Once you do the work, you're assured success. So even if you don't have success at a particular company or in a particular town, once you've done the work to prepare yourself and you've set out the magical intent, then success is assured because you've already done the work for the magic to occur. So that occurs in the first two stages of the magical incantation, Volantia and Decreeism. Volantia is setting forth the intent. Decreeism is doing the ritual work. And then Posism is just receiving the fruition of your work. So again, with that three-step magical process, you can achieve any result that you want. Any positive, constructive, magical intention that you might have can be achieved through the Lunar Light Entertainment magical system. Very straightforward, very efficacious, very easy to use. So easy you could have thought of it yourself. There are many moving parts in contemplating that, but that's the essential idea. If you want to learn more about it, stay tuned for more in the future. Of course, I won't be broadcasting from my phone hanging at a weird angle next time, but that answers his question in short. I've just pulled off the highway, so I need to focus more on inner city traffic now. I was on the Super Express Highway there from the center of Twilight Zone Old Peking and headed into the suburbs near the international airport. I love y'all. Good looking, sexy people. Stay well out in Happy Land. Keep your nose to the grindstone. Keep rolling with the punches. And until next time, ad astra per aspera, I will see you in the abodes of the future.